All right, Tat. We got. Remember when SAO was the best anime? Now, I'm like calling it the best anime is crazy. I would have said remember when the SAO was one of the best. Like one of the best is fantastic, fantastic statement. But best anime is it was never that. It was never that ever. Anyway, this is from Annie Light. Let's see what he's talking about.
In the ever-maddening world of anime, a few series have caused as many emotional flip-flops as Sword Art Online, or SAO, which, if you haven't watched it yet or just don't feel like watching it, we will absolutely do a recap series just for you. So I will save you all of the hassle just in a different video though, because we really don't have time for that in this one. So buckle up, dear viewer, we're embarking on a journey back to the time when SAO was considered the best anime ever, and then why it sucked.
Bro, it was never considered the best anime ever, bro. Never, never, never.
From jaw-dropping sword fights to some questionable moments, we'll explore why it was like riding a roller coaster through a virtual world filled with epicness and the occasional moments. Well, I guess it's more than occasional, really. We got this guy, this girl, and whatever the heck this is. Moments that people did not seem to enjoy. Let's jump in. So let's start off with the show's strong points. Picture this, it's 2012, and SAO catapults into the anime scene like a caffeinated cat on a pogo stick. Adapted from Reki Kawahara's light novel series, SAO was hailed as a revolution in anime, combining virtual reality, MMORPGs, and a romantic subplot that left us all swooning. The Aincrad arc kicked off things with a bang, or more accurately, a you're trapped in a death game moment, which is what grabbed everyone's eyeballs at first. We met Kirito, the Swiss Army knife of anime protagonists. He's not just a skilled gamer, he's a one-man army, with quite literally every girl in the show falling in love with him. He is also one of the
literally the classic harem owner. If you don't know, that nigga created the whole genre, bro. I don't care what you say, bro.
people who got early access to Sword Art. Gotta love them beta testers, lucky bastard. But unlike other series where we meet the main protagonist during their unpolished and immature years, herein, only to watch their growth.
Dang, what AOT straight for what? What was that AOT straight for, bruh?
Story goes on. Instead, we meet Kirito in the midst of maturity. We still get to see him grow, sure, but we also get to skip all the prepubescent rantings and ravings from a childish brat. We see action right away, and the fear in his—
Yeah, that boy has a problem with childhood Aaron, bro. He has a problem with that nigga.
when he's told that there's no logging out and death means death. It's more of an oh shit moment instead of growth. Kirito's journey from socially awkward gamer to sword shining hero had viewers going from who's this guy to I wish I could be him faster than you could say roller coaster. SAO didn't just dip its toes into virtual reality, no. It belly flopped into the concept like a kid at a water park. It painted a world—
You gotta think, like, this is back in 2012, like when virtual reality was literally just a dream. Like nowadays we got the VR headsets, like it's augmented reality is like becoming more real like every single year. So like back in 2012, like that was a big thing. Like nobody knew what VR could look like, and we got an idea like, but what if this is possible? Like,
where players could escape their humdrum lives and live out epic adventures. Since you gotta remember, there was no good real-life virtual technology at the time, at least not ones where you had to fully fall asleep. Viewers everywhere secretly hoped for a malfunctioning nerve gear to transport them to Aincrad, where they could somersault and backflip through the air with swords.
bro, if you wanted to get transported into SAO world, bro, you're like, you might as well, bro, like something's wrong with you. You might want to get transported into AOT. Like it's damn near the same thing. Like in SAO, you literally like, bro, you could literally be like, unless you're camping in a safe area in the city, the whole time. Like I don't remember how long they were stuck in that game. I think it was like a couple years that they were stuck in that game. But unless you stayed in the safe zone for like 3 years and just did some fucking daily tasks, nigga, you were not safe, boy. You went out to any monster, bro. You had PKers. You had the monsters, but don't even get the dungeons, boy. Them dungeons were crazy, bro. You did not want to get transported in this world, bro. Hell no.
swords and slash through enemies faster than the eye can see. Minus the whole you'll die in real life thing, of course. I mean, unless you're into that.
Bro, nobody was. Come on, bro. Like, of course, every nigga would want to go into SAO if the fucking if that system wasn't a thing. Like, come on, bro. You just took away the main point of the show, bro.
That sort of thing. The high stakes adrenaline rush, I don't know. But what's an anime without a romantic subplot?
Kirito's and Asuna's love story added a layer of
Complexity to SAO that made us all want to find our partner in virtual crime. Their virtual romance was so authentic that it made us question even our own real world relationships. No pressure, right? After all, who doesn't want a spunky waifu with some badass sword skills? Or a sarcastic hunk of a man also with badass sword skills? And then they adopted a kid. Oh, hold on, what? This is where the roller coaster ride started to nosedive. When did this turn into a slice of life?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, you skipped a lot.
To mention, this kid is an AI program that does nothing beneficial for the show. Let's just say people did not like them adding her. If you know, you know. More on her later. Okay, sorry. We're still talking about the positives though. Let's talk about the eye candy. Wait. No, not that kind of eye candy. Gosh, what are you thinking about? I was talking about the art and animation, you perverts. SAO didn't just look good, it looked better than a 3-tiered chocolate cake. The stunning landscapes of Aincrad and the meticulously designed characters had us all googling how to move to a virtual world. The attention to detail was so intense that you could practically smell the pixels. Add a bit of Sword Art game sound effects. Bam! Golden. If I had to paint you a picture, actually, I wouldn't be able to do that because I suck at painting. You know what? Just go and watch the first season, man, at least. And then come back and tell me the art and animation sucks. Tell me I'm wrong, okay?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You could go back into SAO right now in 2023 and go watch that first season, and you cannot complain about the animation, bro. They really were cooking. They were really cooking for 2012 animation. Boy, they were cooking for real, bro.
It was really well made. If you don't agree, I will find you. Anyway, during its heyday, SAO sparked more debates than a presidential election. It had fans analyzing virtual reality, the ethics of gaming, and the importance of face-to-face interactions in the digital age. But it also had its fair share of fails. Some viewers thought the later arcs were like watching a train wreck in slow motion. But hey, at least it was semi-entertaining. That train wreck's name is Yui. Yui is the AI child that was added, and let me tell you, this little girl changed the flow of the story from a fast-paced, thrilling, adventurous, borderline martial arts anime to a slice of life over the course of one episode. Kirito went from a sword-swinging knight in shining armor to a stay-at-home dad. Asuna went from a badass in heels to filling the role.
Bro, wasn't this like a one episode? Wasn't this literally a singular episode? I'm not like, it's been a super long ass time since I watched SAO, but I swear this was not long, bro. This was one episode, 2 max. Had to be, bro.
And a wife. On top of that, in the scene where Yui is dying, Kirito pulls some next level hacker skills out of his ass to make Yui into an in-game object so that they can revive her later within the span of 5 seconds. What? It was time to put Yui's story to rest, but nope. Daddy decided to save Yui instead of, I don't know, hacking the game to get that log out button back. That would have saved everyone.
I don't like, this doesn't really matter. Like, this is not the problem that people have with SAO, to be honest. Like, all of season 1 was like, and when you look back on it, all of season 1 was like, you could say that was a good story. Like, that was a pretty good. Like, yeah, it was little things like this, but that wasn't the gripe with SAO as a whole. Season 1, when you talk about SAO as a whole, season 1 doesn't even come up as a negative, bro.
many lives. It was a disappointment to every fan out there. Yeah, Sword Art really screwed up big time, but hey, I guess every story needs a good train wreck or two. And as with any wild roller coaster ride, the thrill definitely wore off. SAO was receiving more criticism than a Yelp reviewer at a bad restaurant, and still is, to this day. It's a trend to bash SAO.
It's like you're not even really talking about it though. Like, why didn't you talk about what led to the criticism? Season, like the second arc in the first SAO, bro. After the Einkrauter arc, bro. Why didn't you talk about? I forgot what that world is called, but this world right here. Why didn't you talk about this? This is like the perfect lob to talk about why it flopped, and then don't even talk about Gun Gale, and then like the thing about SAO is because like, bro, SAO was such a big childhood show for me, bro. And like, if another part of Alyssa, like whatever the newest season is called, because I can't goddamn speak English. If another part of that dropped, I will watch it. I'm all the way caught up with SAO. It's just one of those shows that I like have to watch if anything else comes out. Like I'm too invested. But I can go back and say that this show is ass and criticize it. But like, how are you dropping a full video on this and not deep diving into what went wrong? Like, come on, bro. You gotta deep dive into that shit, bro. I wanna remember how they sold the bag, bro. I wanna remember it.
If you're not bashing it, you're not cool. And even though that whole Yui nonsense was in the first arc,
bro, who says that? First of all, I think SAO is one of the best shows a nigga can watch. Like when they first get into anime, bro. Don't watch JJK, bro. Watch SAO. Don't watch like any of the shows all the normies start with, because then that's how we get those garbage ass normie opinions, because they started with one of the best animes to ever come out, or they started with a goat ass show. Like then they, you know, their what's the word that I'm looking for? Their perspective of the everyday anime is gonna be way off of whack. But if you start with a mid solid show, like it's not solid, I take that back. With a mid show like SAO, then your perspective for anime is gonna be way better, bro. Okay, if you like SAO, bro, you could like any anime to ever come out. You will never have a problem with a bad anime ever, bro.
Fans
I lied, you will.
Felt the storytelling took a nosedive in the later arcs, and there were concerns about the portrayal of female characters. It was like the roller coaster had a few creaky rails, and the ride operators weren't paying attention and gave up from there. Alas, SAO took a bit of a dive and felt the heat of not being able to capture everyone's admiration. But that being said, SAO is one anime that may not be old enough to be called a classic, but it's still a classic.
Bro, what? If Hunter x Hunter is a classic, SAO is a classic, bro. Bro, y'all gotta stop. If Brotherhood is a classic, SAO is a classic.
I mean, none.
So this is a 11-year-old show, bro. It is a classic. It is a classic, bro. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I don't want to say a show and then it didn't come out in this era, so I'm not gonna say shit. But there's shows. You know what? Fuck it. Bro, if Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans is a original classic, if that's a classic, this show's a classic. Hold on, let me do some research. Let me see if I'm in the right era. Teen Titans. When this whole come out? Oh. Yeah, forget I said that. Forget I said that.
Included. This is personal to me. It was one of the first animes that people watched when starting their anime journey. Not to mention how many video games, sword fighting, romance themed anime are out there now. A lot. And most of them were inspired by SAO.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't even think of another good story with like sword fighting, like another world sword fighting with some romance in it. Like, I can't even think of another one that's like SAO, bro. Like, there's some sword fighting that has some romance, of course. Like, that's fucking an easy bread genre to create, bro. Like, that's fucking a layup. But, like, isekai sword fighting with some romance, like, not a single one touches SAO, bro. And that says a lot.
The ups and downs, this leads us to SAO's legacy. This roller coaster of a show just keeps getting refurbished and reopening for new writers. The franchise has spawned so many spin-off series, movies, video games, everything, attracting new fans faster than Kirito could swing his sword. The
That
world
was a garbage joke.
continues to beckon, reminding us that sometimes even the craziest roller coaster rides are worth the ticket price. The fact is, every anime series has its ups and downs. They're just more noticeable with some series. However, SAO does have its perks. After all, the idea was groundbreaking at the time, and by no means
See, sorry to cut you off, but what you said here, every show has its ups and downs. I really don't think I really think with that statement, it just matters where the show was. SAO was in the spotlight. Like SAO was one of the biggest animes when it came out, and then it went down, and a lot of niggas dropped it, and not enough people were still on the roller coaster ride to see it come back up, bro. I think Elucication is pretty good. Like Elucication reminded me of regular SAO. Like if you just take out the little fairy arc, Gun Gale, and it went from Encore to Elucication, SAO would be like in a very good spot. But like nobody, like not a lot of people watched Elucication part 1 or even part 2. So like all you got is the beginning of the roller coaster ride. Then you got, the little adrenaline part, and then you got the big dive, and then the rest of the roller coaster ride is ass. Like they got off the ride before it could go back up the hill again. So that's really the thing with SAO. I feel like
that SAO is my favorite anime ever. I can just watch it over and over again. I love it so much. Stop. Okay, what I'm saying,
not a single person says that.
You'd be lying to yourself. If you told me you wouldn't want to try that new VR Sword Art video game coming out soon, I honestly would not believe you.
I don't want to try it, but I don't want to touch. Bro, let me tell you, bro. SAO pisses me off. Like, not the show, the niggas that make the games. Bandai, if Bandai makes the games, boy, Bandai, you piss me off. You have a layup of a game to make. Bro, make a MMORPG SAO game. You cannot tell me that shit wanna go hard, bro. Get the niggas that made Final Fantasy. Get them niggas that made the Final Fantasy MMORPG game on that shit, and you could not tell me that shit wouldn't do good, bro. You cannot tell me that shit wouldn't do good. You can't. That shit would do fantastic, bro. That shit would do so good, bro. And that just pissed me off because they be dropping games like they be dropping. And that shit's just like, I can't even look at those games because I know that they have such a... And they not doing it, bro.
SAO's journey through the anime world reminds us that sometimes the most memorable experiences are the ones that leave us screaming, laughing, and scratching our heads all at once. So whether you're a die-hard SAO fan or someone who's just strapped in for the first time, remember to enjoy the ride and always keep a helmet handy for those wait, what? Moments. See ya.
See that was a good closing point. That was a fantastic closing point that some of y'all niggas need to take into consideration. Bro, just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride, bro. Just enjoy the ride. I swear to God, nigga start talking shit, I'ma just enjoy the ride. Damn. Okay. Alright. Great video though, Annie. Like, great video. Fantastic video.